Obama's having a hard time comprehending that somebody who might actually do something to him might become president. So how long did they think they were going to keep somebody potentially like Trump? Because nobody knows exactly what Trump presidency is going to be, but will he come off a bit like um, Robert and John Kennedy and go after Obama and all these other crooks and all these other crooks in the government, and now be more um, pissed and like enticed to accomplish that mission of after Obama, of course, because Trump has not ever committed any crimes. So Trump could be a person who could potentially put something like that together. Um, so they were saying, for calling Trump earlier, Obama was making a joke, and it's funny how these Democrats and all these other people are laughing it up and having fun with their life and having fun with the time, having fun wasting that American dollar, not working for it. Tell it and asking everybody, hey, give me a raise, give me a pay raise for doing absolutely nothing positive or good for your society. Only negative things have I accomplished, and they still have the media and other liberal pieces of garbage come on their little networks and you know claim, explain, exclude. How do you say that? Praise Obama that way, saying, "Oh, these are good. These are positive things that were helpful to America." Whenever actually they were all big, huge stabs in the back, and they were not American and not what a real American interest I would consider a real American interest, or what the real American interest would be, or what you would think would really be the interest of the American people. I got to liking Trump here lately for the past for a long while now, or simply because of a lot of the media hype and them having such a problem with him. I mean, look what how excuse me, Chris Hardball is gonna Hardball or whatever the hell that idiot's name is going to have Trump come on CNN or whatever the heck that piece of garbage network is. Low rating network. Speaking of low ratings, still low ratings, they do too. CNN and MSNBC. So, anyways, they had him on there, and mocked him and tried to set a trap for Trump to come on there. Now, Obama's having fun, trying to act like he's laughing, but really scared. He's scared and he doesn't know what to do with himself. So, we're gonna look at this statistic real quick. Then we'll kind of jump around here. We'll look at my inbox. Who's clobbers Trump in Arizona? And it says delegate fight. So we're on Newsmax already. Get ready. Trump backers yell foul over a loss at Arizona GOP convention. Foul over loss Arizona. So I'm not sure if like some of the Republicans have the voting machines rigged. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. They have the voting machines rigged to go their way so that people can't vote the way that it's going to end up coming down to. him getting an nomination. He needs he needs 1,237, and Trump has almost 1,000. 4 delegates shy of 1,000. So he needs 241. 241 more delegates to go in order to make it. So how many states are left? There's 10. If you look this up, do not, I repeat this, I'm going to say this over again. Sorry. Let me say this over again. Don't go to the Guardian or any of these other leftist piece of garbage outlets that are going to show you a bunch of propaganda and everything's cool, everything's peachy, and everything's so wonderful that you've been ripped off, and you've been suckered and duped by these people, and they have Americans go out there clapping for them, Hillary, and all these other, they want more Democrats, more, longer, let's screw ourselves even more, longer and harder, faster, longer, deeper, harder, than another Obama, right? So, 10 states left to go. These piece of garbage. Indiana is the only place that can save the GOP from the Trump takeover. And I don't know how much more, like, establishment sadistic really a lot of these people can be to get in the way and say, like, well, they're making it sound like these people who say they won't vote for Trump if he becomes the primary winner, when he becomes the primary winner, they're not going to vote for Trump. They make it sound like they're for cheating and rigging the election. Go ahead. Go ahead to get Cruz in there instead of Trump, you know? Or they would rather see Hillary than Trump, you know? And at this point, I'm not seeing too much of a difference between any of those guys at all. So, Paul Ryan goes in there and he's ready to give Trump a big ass, hard ass time, you know? And really, all the authorities and the law and everything should let me legally go up and punch Paul Ryan in his face. Should let me go up and punch him in his face. People who go up there and act like that, they put on a suit and tie or whatever, and I think they're better than everybody else because you elected them. You elected these people to go be with Obama and do that, you know. So I was just asking, like, what's the difference between Pointer and this new guy? This new guy seems like he's got some new fresh Democrat friends. That's what it seems like to me. That's what it sounds like. It smells like Paul Ryan has some all new Democrat friends, and if he wasn't friends with them before, boy, he sure had me fooled. Sure had me fooled for a while. So he needs 200 left. There's 571 still. So fit out of that many. This is how this has gone all this far. So I was listening to Janine earlier. Yeah, Janine. Hmm, Carol. Janine Carol. Earlier, when she asked, was it couldn't play that answer or anything, she's pretty much quite on top of all what's going on with the question she asked was, well, if he doesn't reach the 1,237, then are they going to say, oh, he doesn't win? he's like close enough. You might as well just give it to him, you know. But if the Republicans do that, I'll go register. I'll go change my party. You know, go change it to whatever party he goes to. If they do that, pull some kind of crap with Trump and he doesn't get it, then that's what I'll do. I'll just follow whatever this guy says. I won't come up with some clever scheme or some other different kind of maniacal approach to make you vote for a different candidate than you plan to vote for on that day when you go and never vote. It's ridiculous. How many of those people in the White House took over the elections department? The White House took over the elections department. Did you know that? So the Obama and the White House took over the elections. Make sure your election is done good. Did you know that? And a lot of the people in this country, they vote for Democrat, 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 and they have no idea that other countries, bullshits, scandals that they have going on, they have no room to talk about America going over there or doing anything to other places, or wars or anything that they say America does bad, they're bullshit. It's just a bullshit. Well, that's not my opinion. It's a fact. So Obama's not just anti-constitutionalist. They're not just against the First Amendment, Second Amendment. These guys think they're going to bully all of us, push us in their little tiny society, a little tiny group of people compared to the rest of everybody else. They're going to take our guns away, our freedom of speech, and they're going to do it by voting, by electing, or having people believe that we all voted for, you know, a black guy or a woman now or whoever. You can't talk about or you're a bigot or you're some kind of something wrong with you, some sexist or something for having a problem with somebody who's anti-Native American agenda and what America is really based on and what our society is about. So, all those people like Jane Fondas and all them, they're all the same with Obama and all them. They protested hatefully against America, hate America, not anti-war necessarily. But they did. They rallied and protested against their own rights and their own freedoms and their own country and things against their own parents. Like Jane Fonda's dad, you don't ever talk about Henry Fonda. Henry Fonda just fucking probably died. Just died. He just rolled over and died and croaked from Jane Fonda being the way and doing some of the stupid shit she did, anti-American bullshit, and then gets an award from Obama because these guys think that they're doing something for the world or something. Getting that many people killed because of their ideological thoughts. They use democracy to get away with becoming the president and lying to you. They lie to your face. They lie to us singular and don't be put up on a cross and crucified and hung upside down by their balls. They're lying to us and being so anti-capitalist and anti-American and anti-democracy. You're going to be that anti-establishing democracy in Vietnam and that anti-establishing democracy in Iraq, helping the Kurds and other people. Now you push it all off on instead of you're pushing it on all these different people instead of letting our well-trained military deal with these fools terrorist over in the sand in Iraq. He pulls us out of there. But then he leaves, instead of leaving our military's equipment, billions of dollars, like $300 billion or more. That's what they said. $300 billion worth of our military's equipment was left to ISIS. Which, thank God, all those different, Muslim, whatever, Arab factions, terrorist factions, all have their heads up there, quite up their asses. So they're easy to kill. You just have to get people, politicians like Obama out of the way. People need to realize that Bush was right, Obama was wrong. Let's see if we can go to I just wanted to skip over here so I can look at history real quick. Let's see if it's over here. And, it really happened. The place really did that. It's like chicken shit. Really bad people. They're terrible people. The community there, Roseburg, did so much to help me out, to try to help me out, and to work with my disabilities, the things that I had wrong with me and stuff, just to have their court system and their cops, they let their cops, sick their cops on me like dogs, like Nazi dogs. I don't know if it's because it's sort of like pretty much supposed to be a Republican area, conservative area, but you live in a liberal state, so I don't know if the liberals, pump his SOBs like Obama, their crimes have to do with, against our rights and stuff they do against us. Put people in a hard spot, a real bad position. But here's the video I'm looking for right here. Only 7 views, but it's cool. It's up there. It's over an hour long, and it's this is my evidence video to show Trump, to show anybody who wants to sit there and tell me that Bush caused 9/11 or George Bush, caused this radical Islamic bullshit over in the Middle East. Well, I have this video right here that I made. It's a well-crafted video that I put together, and it can be. Hold on, time out. I want to hear it. But it's over an hour long. It's so well put together, it can be monetized. But I chose not to. I decided not to monetize any of my videos ever because they kind of like ads went to work. But here is my evidence video. I have the first World Trade Tower attack. 9/11 involved more than one president. So it happened less than a month of Bill Clinton's inauguration. What else happened? The Dominican Republic thing in Texas, where they burned down that thing down, the church or whatever, David Koresh. What else happened? First basic 9/11 basically happened there. USS Cole happened on Clinton's watch. What else? Timothy McVeigh. Let's look it up. McVeigh. Timothy McVeigh died June 11, 2001. Federal Correctional Complex. Oh, yeah, and this guy got put into this guy. Oh no, this is the man about it. This guy right here, Terry Nichols, was brought into it with this guy. See, look, there's David Koresh. But Terry Nichols, they don't even know if Terry Nichols even was involved, if he even really knew what was going on. But because he let this guy around him and do different things on his lot, on his properties and stuff, they just went ahead and convicted this guy anyway. But I mean, it was in the making. I don't know how long. This guy decided he could commit a terrorist attack like this. Oh yeah, it's weird talking about Roseburg. They had an explosion. This is the place where I was born. His Roseburg, Oregon. They had an explosion there in the 30s. It blew half of the town away. Seriously blew half of the town away. Just blew up and vaporized um, because of a fertilizer truck that somehow got mixed up with some gasoline mixture somehow. I don't ask me how, but they concluded that it was an accident. I think they said some guy fell asleep or somehow they left this truck parked somewhere where they got diesel gas in it or something happened in the mixture blew the half of Roseburg, Oregon off of the planet, off of the world, basically. So here he is. Says basically, um, he attacked Oklahoma City, April 19th, 1995. So I'm not saying like basically Bill Clinton caused this guy and stuff to pointing on different things. There's certain things that you just I don't know. There's a lot of what I understand decoding that could be done and could have been doing and deciphering. So from what I was taught that from was my belief in Christianity and about the Bible and stuff. I believe from what I was taught that there is a way that you can decipher and decode certain things out here in the Bible that maybe kind of lean towards that. To tell you that. Anyway, this video right here is just for anybody's mind, sound, mind, or whatever. Just so that you can see that the same exact terrorists that attacked us on 9/11, 2001, were the same exact terrorists in this video that attacked the World Trade Center. Let's look at it. Let's look at it to see if I'm right or not. Or maybe off. But it was while Bill Clinton was president. Oh, shit. Sorry. First World Trade Center bombing. Boom. 93. 93. Okay. August 25th, 1993. So, I'm off. And I don't, like, honestly, I don't know if I say that in this video or not, but I go over the documents, so I actually read over what I put together. That's why I call this an evidence video, because I substantiate everything that I say in this video in particular with hard backing documents and stuff that I just looked up on the internet and showed you. It's like this. Calvin's for 4 of the defendants. And Ahmed, November 5th, 2017, World Trade Towers. Great. One guy got away. One guy got away, and I'm pointing out in this video that invading Iraq, basically, the evidence was really real, and George Bush and them were not lying about the intel. And I don't know about the WMD bullshit that the liberals are making them say, oh, there has to be weapons of mass destruction over there. I don't know about that, but I can tell you that in the first World Trade Tower, if you go and look it up on Wikipedia, it'll tell you that the only guy in this right here on this Wikipedia that uh, went that didn't get caught, they thought fled to Iraq, and the Iraqi authorities said that they had him in custody. So I don't know how much of any of that is true. Um, I know for a fact that he didn't get caught, and they said that he fled to Iraq, and they know very well that all these terrorist activities all came from Saddam Hussein. So who else did it come from? It wasn't just the guy Bin Laden or whatever. Um, I'm telling you for a fact that Saddam Hussein seriously very really had something to do with that, and the Islamic State, and they all work together. They're all tied together. Like the same people who fight against Israel, the Palestinians or whatever. How who how do you think they're not all linked together with Iran and all them? And then it makes you want to ask Obama, who do you work for, Obama? Who do you really work for? So let's look at when you can Sigma 1992. So oh, who was 42nd president of the United States from 1993 to 2001. So 1993, let's say January 20th, right? 1993. And they say that this happened October 4th, 1993. Okay. So I just wanted to clarify that, just so that you know that you're blowing so much smoke, you're talking so much baloney. Anybody talking about Bush like that or this or that. But anyway, so will Trump take out Obama once he becomes president for Obama's crimes, and then calling him or her? Because earlier Obama called Trump or hers. I heard saying on Twitter, when I went on Twitter, they bombard you and they hit you with these stupid tweets and different things that people said and this and that. It's ridiculous what people are saying. Him and Obama supposedly, ha ha ha, made some joke. Yeah, this criminal is out here having a ball, having a blast, wasting our money the best that he can fit possible to waste our society's economy, to destroy it on purpose, right in your face. And he did it, and he's getting away with it, with ripping us off and lying to our face and committing these crimes against our society. So, I want to know, will Trump take this pig, this pig out? I really would like to know if he's going to take this pig out. just gonna say I'm for legalizing pot. You know, I think a bunch of idiots, smoke it. Um, Not all people that smoke pot are idiots. I just think that maybe a bunch of people that aren't idiots are caught up, more smokers. Maybe I don't know, but I'm for legalizing pot, even though a bunch of idiots smoke it. Even though there are a bunch of idiots out there, so I'm for more doing that. Because I think that really people need to lay off of other people and not bust other people's balls or humps. So it should work both ways, vice versa. We should work towards having people in government that'll give people more what they want to leave each other alone instead of bickering and hating each other. So now here we are. It's basically another crime, I think, to divide and conquer the whole United States up and make it the divided states of America for Obama, you know, for a while, however long, whatever makes him happy. Um, he's he's got to be a bitter person towards America, towards people. You think that I heard that Janine saying like, you think that Hillary cares about you? Well, do you think Obama cares about you? Yeah, I don't give a crap two poops about anybody. So, you know, I don't know if we're trying to get to a point where we're just going to be unconcerned with all of it, anyways. If people are going to be dumb enough to go and vote for somebody like that, and then not realize that he was as abusive as he was saying Bush was and Obama was in his first term, and then to have people go and vote for him again, even though he was as abusive as he was saying Bush was. Not that Bush was. Like, Obama was telling everybody that Bush was this, Bush was wasting money, pulling out a credit card from China, blowing up the economy for however long, over 8 years, you know. So I think that Bush spent a lot of money, but he was trying to give a lot back to veterans. He did things that even like Rumsfeld told him not to do for veterans, um, to give them money and to back people who are in the war. You know, because I don't care what people say. He's a war president, and he was my president. I support. Stop it. I support war. I support war because they're obviously gonna kill us. They're gonna kill us if we don't train and mobilize, learn to work together, and not be so divided, not to have an evil society, make the police and everybody else ease up and stop being such a police state. Don't make them have to bust people in order to keep their job or whatever that is. How they maintain um, basically um, pursuing people and bullying people when they don't. I don't know necessarily that they have to, um, you know, cause anything in particular to arrive, but they probably have enough people doing dumb stuff in society already. But make all of us be able to like have our society so great. Also, that they don't need to be a cop. People don't have to depend on these stupid different jobs. You don't have to call it stupid, but we can get it to the point where people can't appreciate it. People say, oh, he's a cop. Well, cool. Instead of being like, oh, he's a cop. Oh, nice. Alright, I'll see you later. I got, give me my phone. My phone's calling. Yeah, it's buzzing. Gotta go. Thanks. So Trump, will Trump take out Obama once he becomes president? And we are the person right here, the people on the channel, who that vows to, no matter how long it takes, we're going to see to it that Obama is taken in and convicted. He is tried and convicted for all the crimes that we know that he perpetrated against our society. And then we're going to support all the rest of our society to maybe censor and shut up all the other people who want to go ahead and let our country be ruined. Go ahead and let's censor all the people who stand up for our country. Who don't have their parents or their grandparents and other people that fought in wars, all over different wars and stuff, dying instantly from some act that I did in the military. My grandfathers, both in World War II, Navy men, in World War II, both of my grandfathers went to World War II. It was pretty cool. They're both in the Navy. One was in the Atlantic Theater and the other was in the Pacific. He was a pharmacist mate, and one was a hand deck man. I guess I don't know how to explain it. I have to find out exactly what you do. But he was a chief. He was a chief. By the time he retired and stuff, he retired from the Navy. The one grandfather did. So I'm just saying that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the things that they did not. Socialism or communism or any of that. We're talking about America, kind of like we're a little bit stronger with like the patent. We're kind of patent minded a little bit to where we would rather smack somebody and take a reprimand or punishment for having to smack somebody for the right thing, right cause or whatever, than to rather neglect something and not address all these different issues. So we're not trying to get to a point where we lose or somebody who we help get elected or want to see get elected doesn't do any good. We're not going to sit there and patronize this person, but I'll tell you, if I can, I'll try to, somebody other than Trump didn't get elected, I'll try to say, well, this, if I can, do it without throwing bazonkers, right, in my head rattle. I'll try to say, well, in like a different way. Like, well, this, in my opinion, I believe that they are not doing it right, And if they screw up, whoever replaces this dipshit that's in the White House now, doesn't do a good job, I will fight still the best that I can to technically whatever it is that I want to end up doing, different things to see them not be reelected, unless to get somebody else in there. Well, really, to tell you the truth, the more that the government and everything's taken over like that, the more I've become kind of a little bit more concerned because I will not bend with them trying to trample on my Second Amendment right. I'm not even going to say First Amendment right because we already know that, but that's included. I mean, we kind of said it, but I'm gonna shoot straight to the Second Amendment, and I'm gonna say point that out totally. You are not getting the firearm of people that easy if you go for it. If you politicians make an unwavering law non-existent anymore, it means that my Second Amendment right shall never be wavered on just because it's a different time or something like that. They said never. I can show you countries that do, that encourage having open carry countries. Some of the safest countries in the world have the lowest crime that you ever hear of. Yet, they want to go ahead and sucker us and give us an example in our face, and still they laugh it off somehow. And still, like, the Democrats con us into making us believe that it's all going to be safe, it's all going to be okay. That type of France, we're talking about France attack, cannot happen. It happened here. Also in San Andreas, these police officers are all out saying, "Oh, we're ready. We're going to be ready to respond to any terrorist attack like that out here." So, what are they caused by? They're caused by people not being allowed to police themselves. They have to have the police look over at their shoulders, look after everybody around, put all these people in weird, conspicuous and dangers, lurking dangers, whatever else, And I'm kind of a little bit for legalizing drugs, but really, short term, just really, I don't know what to do with people that are too worse, too terrible things. Drugs, other than like alcohol or weed, say minor. So some people will try to make it irrationalize this stuff like it's terrible in which they can, because there's people who are terrible that do those different things. But I'm not on a tangent. I don't care. Obama called Trump her earlier. I guess he was, how rude, how rude is that to be called a woman when you're a man? You're a man like Trump, and Obama goes in there and thinks he's funny. He's gonna call Trump a woman. I hope that Trump is able to do something to take some of them bums away to prison. So what did the FBI do when Bush was in there? So didn't you remember when they took the Wall Street crooks, the Wall Street CEOs that were ripping people off, their society off, giving themselves huge pay raises or whatnot? You remember when they were taking that? It was like about 11 or so. So that was because of resulting to having a Bush administration, not a Democrat administration. You're talking about people who are so worried about things. They should be not doing the things. The conscience should be keeping Obama from committing crimes and different acts like that. But they're so worried, about different things, or like they have this built-up paranoia going on, and so what they do is they tend to not take things that they're supposed to do with all responsibility seriously. So we goof it off and then a big waste of our time. I can't believe that he called Trump a her earlier. That's what I saw when Obama said he doesn't know what she will be like. So is that what it was? Oh no, she. Yeah, that her. I'll, I'll have to change the title. I guess a she. I can keep her. But Obama, you're an idiot. You're a big ass idiot. You're a traitor to America. You're a fucking Nazi terrorist, fucking dictator spy, phony ass, fucking ass white of a fucking terrorist, piece of shit, ass bastard, fucking faggot fuck if I've ever heard of one. Fucking punk ass bitch. I wish you would fucking die. I wish I could see you die. Like you die of some shit and you just get ill and more ill and more ill every day until you finally fucking croak. And we all get to see your fucking weak little wimpy little croak little fucking AIDS infected ass die. Punk ass bitch.